They say you can never truly go home again. Something about the unrelenting march of time, the loss of innocence, and the cruel realities of adulthood. And I suppose, in a way, that's true. The people we become are hopefully, thankfully, different than the people we were as children. We're wiser, more experienced, less naive, God willing, maybe a little sadder, a little less optimistic, a little less hopeful. What if I told you that sometimes the home you left can surprise you? What if, despite the years and the hard lessons and the innocence lost, what if there's still magic to be seen, to be felt? What if, after decades away, home could feel more like home than ever before? I know, that was kind of melodramatic. But that's truly how it felt for me this past June. I was invited to headline the first ever Pride weekend in my hometown of Ashland, Wisconsin, and I could not have been more excited. I never in a million years thought that my little hometown would ever have a Pride celebration, let alone a whole weekend. And I get to perform? It's a dream come true. So, with the help of my very best friend, Miss Beth Ann Bodyworks, we packed up the drag and hit the road on our way up to the North Woods. After a 6-hour drive and a well-earned rest, we awoke the next morning ready for an adventure. One of the best parts of the North Woods, and an absolute must for a summer vacation, is a trip to Madeline Island. It's a sort of unspoken tradition to visit the island at least once during the summer, and I was so happy we got a chance to spend some time relaxing and getting some much-needed sunshine there. So, after a wonderful little rooftop lunch in Bayfield, we boarded the ferry across Lake Superior toward our gorgeous destination. Unfortunately, an absolutely unholy number of biting flies had the same idea we did and decided to crash our little beach party. But not to worry, nothing was going to get us down. So we soaked up as much sun, sand, and surf that we could, ferried back to the mainland, and headed home. Day 2 was when the Pride festivities officially kicked off with a special midnight showing of the Rocky Horror Picture Show, which also happens to be one of my favorite movies of all time. From the first time I saw it on a grainy VHS in the summer of 8th grade, I knew that this film would have a profound impact on my life. And now, 17 years later, I've been invited to host the town's first ever midnight showing, a cultural tradition for Rocky Horror fans. I headed to the theater to get into my finest Frankenfurter-inspired drag, and at the stroke of midnight, We started the show.
Volume up, please. We're about to show the greatest movie ever made, so who's excited about that? Okay, who's excited about my outfit today? Welcome, welcome. I don't want to get too sappy too fast, but I just want to share what an absolute honor it is to have been invited to do this with you. I grew up here in Ashland, and I've been a lover of the Rocky Horror Picture Show for almost 20 years now, and this, I never in my life thought we'd be able to do something like this. And look, you're here making history tonight with me. Give yourself a round of applause.
After a fun little pre-show number, we did another Rocky tradition, the Virgin Games, where we deflowered our virgins right on stage. Scandalous, I know.
Okay, stage is mandatory. Okay. So if you do not want to get spanked, you are more than welcome to leave. Oh, you will? Ready? Ready? No, just kidding. What would you do? Just a big ass welt. Happy Virgin, de-virgin out there. All right, Ashland, Wisconsin's first ever de-virgin virgin.
I still can't believe I was able to be a part of this amazing night, and I'm keeping my fingers crossed hoping we can make it a yearly tradition. Day 3 was the main event, a Pride after-party starting with a set of local music followed by a drag show, both of which hosted and headlined by yours truly.
But I grew up here, and I have so much love in my heart for this little city, and it means more than I could ever possibly say that we're having the first ever Pride Festival drag show, and that I get to be a part of it. This is history in the making. It's tremendous, yeah, it's fast for that. Oh yeah, I'm mad as hell. Oh well, guess I'll keep it to myself. It ain't like things are ever gonna change. No, they want me to let it be, but I still got some fight in me. Yeah. So call me by my name. Invisible rays on the burning girl. Strange love, won't you tell me your name? So what do you need? I got too much on my mind. Feels like all I got is time. The heart is heavy, beat up, bruised. Gotta shake these walking blues. It's time I feel that sunshine down on me. So baby.
I was, of course, joined on stage by my bestie and special guest star, Beth Ann Bodyworks, and together we packed this little downtown bar to capacity and had the time of our lives.
I love who I am now, and the main reason why I love who I am now is because of these incredible, incredible people in my life. And so, all of this to say, I want you to give these incredible people some props, some applause, but I also want to let you know that supporting your children is not just important, it is imperative. Queer children exist. Transgender children exist. And when you don't support queer children and you don't support trans children, you are not creating a straight child. You are creating an unhappy child. And when we start to support the children in our community and we let them know that it's okay to be themselves, then that means that they can grow up to love who they are and make the world a better place. And so I want to say thank you so much for joining me for this incredible night. We're going to keep the show going. I'm not going to get any sappier on you. I wanted to get it out of the way before we were all drunk and sobbing all over each other. But I want you, this is my friend Kate, my friend Paula, my sister Paula, my sister and friend Melissa, my mother Joanne, and my father Jack. These are beautiful people and they deserve your recognition. And also, it's their fault that I'm like this. So, okay, now get off my stage. I love you, I love you, I love you. Thank you for being my family.
This was truly a special evening filled with joy, laughter, music, and love, and I know I'll remember it for as long as I live. This trip was, without a doubt, one of the most profoundly transformative trips home I've ever had. After the performance, I had people coming up to me and saying how grateful they were to be able to be themselves and celebrate their queerness with others. This is something I've always wanted for Ashland, and what a gift to be able to share my art with the community that raised me. I am so endlessly proud of my little hometown. Change is happening, and more people are feeling safe to live loudly and authentically. Who could ask for more? Thank you so much for watching this video diary, and an especially huge thank you to the City of Ashland for this historical weekend. I love you. Be good to each other.